Yo, everyone, welcome back to the MCSR Ranked Playoffs. It is now myself, Crayway, and I am joined with Parker Recrap. Parker,
Hello,
how are you
hello.
doing today? How have you enjoyed
I'm
the two
doing well.
matches so far?
I really liked the last match. I think that was really close. We had a lot of interesting things to talk about. I think strongholds were deciding factor there. Just two great players. We got one more match today. I don't know. I'm a big fan of ranked in general. So
Absolutely. I mean,
fun.
honestly, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like, I woke up today and I was like, it's ranked playoff day. Like,
Mhm.
it's one of those things. Like, the sun is shining. I
Mhm.
hear the
Mhm.
birds chirping. MCSR Ranked Playoffs is back. We had two great games, especially the last one. Really, really high level gameplay. And we're going to see some more high level gameplay between Beef Salad and Jay today. Parker, what are your initial thoughts on this matchup? We have Beef Salad,
Mhm.
an MCSR ranked veteran, a playoff veteran,
Yeah.
arguably plays the most. I mean, it's between Beef Salad and V-Strid who have played the most ranked between a single person. And then we have Jay, who's much more known for being just incredibly, incredibly fast. I mean, they have a sub 10 ranked average time.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that sub 10 ranked average is one of the most interesting things because Jay in the last season had a actually, do you know this stat? Do you know what his forfeit rate was?
If
Out of
if you
curiosity.
didn't tell me about 2 minutes ago before we switched scenes, I wouldn't have known, but I would have probably guessed around like the 15 or 20%
Yeah,
area.
it
That would have been
is
my guess.
28%, or it was 28%, as I should say, because this season he's not forfeited a single game. And I think Jay is one of those mechanical wizard demons that in the
Mhm.
last season was really trying for sub 10s and was forfeiting all the matches that weren't good times. But now he's still holding that average of a sub 10, 953, almost the exact same. But he's not forfeiting anymore. And he's a mechanical demon. Like, he is a scary player. This is his first playoffs. I think this is going to be a very good matchup for Beef Salad.
I think it's going to be an incredible showcase of two very different play styles. And I think we're starting to see this more as ranked playoffs continues to happen and as more people find ways that they enjoy to play and find ways that work for their specific play style and how they've played Minecraft for so long. We have two very, very distinct play styles here. And we're talking a lot about Jay because this is the first time we're seeing Jay. This is the first
Mhm.
time where they're going to have the opportunity to show themselves on this stage where I think a lot of people who might be a little bit more in depth into the scene know how great Jay is, but haven't seen them on this stage. I mean, we see midseason showdown winner as well for Jay, but Beef Salad, especially this season and especially early in this season, had some unbelievable ranked performances. I mean, we see here Beef Salad has a 642 best rank time and a peak elo over 100 higher than Jay.
Yeah, 100%. I'm
Just
I'm I'm super pumped for this.
Absolutely. I agree. Why don't we take a quick look at the seed types here? Buried treasure win rate over 60% for Vive Salad. We have two other ones in the 59 percentile range. And Ruin Portal for Jay, 63% with a 931 average. I mean, some of these times on Jay's side are just lightning quick. I mean, almost four
Mhm.
full sub 10s. I mean, really almost five full sub 10 sides on the side of Jay and a 930 room portal. We see that the 63% win rate. I feel like that really kind of defines the play style that Jay has. I think Ruin Portal really works well for what Jay's trying to go for.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, Jay, he's a very RSG heavy player. As we saw on the other screen, Jay has a 7 minute RSG PB. Beef Salad is in the 9 minutes.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Jay's really good at playing these really fast seeds, but it is interesting because Beef Salad does have a higher win rate on the Buried Treasure. I mean, it's a little bit slower, but maybe that plays into effect here. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like we haven't ever seen a player really in playoffs with such a high forfeit rate. I guess besides Shimon last season, I guess that would be the
Mhm.
closest comparison to Jay this season. So a lot of these win rates. I mean, we also have to think probably 10 or so percent of that, 5 to 10% of that is just a raw forfeit on the side of Jay. And that's because of trying to go too quick or just trying to play aggressively, maybe leaving on less eyes, going for a faster time. And it's going to be very interesting to see how that consistent play style that's now needed for the playoffs in a best of five format. How does that play off, especially with Beef Salad having so much more experience? I mean, Beef Salad has finished top three in playoffs before. So,
Mhm.
absolutely, really excited for this matchup today. And I'm super excited that we get to commentate it. It's going to be super fun.
Yeah, what do you think the seed bands are going to be? Oh, we got them right here.
Looks like we're
Ruin
going to
Portal for
see
Jay,
here.
Shipwreck
Ruined.
for
So
Beef Salad.
really interesting.
Interesting.
Ruined Portal ban for Jay. I mean, we just saw such a fast seed type for Jay, such a
Mhm.
high win rate for Jay. I would say the only thing that I can think of for the Ruin Portal ban on the side of Jay would be it's a little bit inconsistent, and there's some very slow Ruin Portal seeds. I mean, we saw that in the Ral
Mhm.
Silver matchup where you have the Silk Touch Gold pick, the Iron's a little bit weird, the Food's a little bit weird. So maybe Jay's just trying to eliminate the variance of Ruin Portal seeds and having to try and play for a little bit more consistency in the other seed types, like having Village and Buried Treasure in the back seat since Beefsalad picked Desert Temple first.
Yeah. Speaking of Desert Temple, I think we've really started to see a big change with Desert Temple. People getting less food, entering more aggressively. I think both these players are going to be managing it well, and it should make for a more intense match. You know, if you're not managing your health well, like we've seen in previous matches, it can get really dicey. You can take some deaths. We can talk about recovering. That's a skill that doesn't get talked about much in ranked, and we might see some of that here.
Yeah, I mean, recovering's a great point because you think of someone like Beef Salad who's played so many games and been in so many situations. They're going to know how to get out of situations if they die. What's the quickest way to come back? I mean, we saw a phenomenal recovery from Oxy earlier that almost ended up paying off. So I think that's something that Beef Salad can absolutely have in their back pocket. And I think the Desert Temple pick first makes a lot of sense. It is a seed type with a lot of variance. Like maybe there's a notch, maybe there's like no golden apples, maybe we're just chugging rotten flesh the whole time. And with the new kind of meta that's evolved around the Desert Temple seed type with so much less food, that is something that kind of plays into a similar reason of why Jay did ban Ruin Portal. So I really like this seed pick and ban from B Salad. I think it favors them a lot, but it could also be playing into what Jay wants to do in games 2 and 3. So we'll have to see, but I think this is a really good starting point for Beef Salad here.
Yeah. Do you know when we're getting into the matches? Do we need to stall for a little
Thinking
bit? Oh,
it looks like
here we
right
are.
now. It looks
Okay.
like right now. Here we go. The first matchup in this best of 5 between Beef Salad and Jay. We're going to see here Temple right off the bat, a little bit far from trees. Looks like there's nothing immediate behind them, no lava pool, nothing like that. And thankfully, unlike the Anko Boy Oxy game, it doesn't look like anyone's going to deal with a skeleton in the temple here to start. So we'll just see what the loot gives us here.
Very true. You know, maybe I think food is going to be the most interesting thing to see here. Maybe we'll get some extra iron, maybe some diamonds for some diamond tools. We got one gap, 26 carrots, and most importantly, there's gravel at the bottom. Looks like Jay's going for flint. Did Beef Salad get any off of his
Beef
TNT?
Salad might have I
just
might have
out?
just gotten some from the TNT, or maybe just thinking, "Hey, I saw gravel over here. I can overlap that with a tree or something." But I do really like the play from Jay. I also really like the play just because, like, I mean, you end up having so many blocks in a temple seed anyway, and it looks like Beef Salad is just going to grab the gravel from here. But just getting more of like a really nice block like cobblestone could just kind of be nice. Like Jay just has so many blocks now from the
Oh
bottom of the
yeah.
temple, and it isn't anything that's like too much of a time loss. Is going to accidentally craft buttons, but that won't matter too much. And I think we'll see here with 2 golden apples and 31 rotten flesh, Parker, and we have a seed reset.
What happened? Wait, I didn't even see.
I don't
That's
exactly know why we reset.
really
Do we
weird.
make a shear? We made shears. A sheer miscraft when we only have 7
That's so
iron.
tough.
Oh,
Like
that's a
Beefsalad's already
disaster.
building his portal. Like this is a really solid enter for a Desert Temple seed. That's really bad for Jay.
That
And
is
Jay's
really
not
bad for
going for
Jay.
Flint this time either. So it looks like he's going to do what Beef Salad did, blowing up the gravel next to the tree, which I think actually ended up being faster. I didn't think it would be. I thought it was a misplay, but
Yeah, I
it's
think
clearly
the
working for Beef.
the overlap of the TNT was really nice. I think Beef Salad also ended up at least killing like 1 sheep potentially too. So at least getting that, having a little bit more food, especially in a situation, has 2 mutton in the inventory, where normally it's a situation where, you know, you don't want to waste that time or anything. And obviously Beef Salad doesn't know this yet, but surely by having Jay not have entered, Beef Salad knows that something is up. And now having that 2 extra mutton to be a little bit more careful, have a little bit more food later on, could really make this game be incredibly out of reach for Jay. Just not even 2 minutes in. I mean, barely 2
Yeah, and
minutes
now
in. This is
Jay's
crazy.
pushing pigs.
Wow. Yeah, maybe thinking maybe the opposite. Like, hey,
Interesting.
like I'm gonna have to play really aggressive with pearl throws. Let's get these pigs and see what we can do from there. Jay does, I think, see a lava pool, so we are gonna be entering pretty soon. But this is a tough first seed of the day. Oh my god, look at this lava pool
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh, this is bad.
What am I looking
This is
at?
a really bad lava pool. 2
I
tiny ones next. Surely he has enough lava, right? Okay, he's gonna have enough
I think we
lava,
definitely have enough,
but
but
it's just so weird. Different
I mean,
lava
this
pools,
is
and Jay's just. I mean, Beef is just in the housing right now.
yeah.
It
I
might
mean,
already be over.
This is a great top down from Beef Salad. I really liked how they used all the blocks from Desert Temple, really utilizing them well here. Good terrain nav as well. I don't believe we've seen a fort on Beef Salad's side, so that could be something potentially where if Jay sees that, that could be great. But again, this is something where we'll get a good idea for the rest of the match how much this potential mechanical difference is really going to affect this game. How much time can Jay make up here? Is this something where it is completely unreachable, or is this something where Jay's really going to show us that he belongs in the playoffs and can really make some crazy comebacks, even with a very difficult start to the first seed in their playoff career?
I think the mechanical difference is an interesting point because I don't think there really is that much of a mechanical difference. I think Beef Salad has currently the world record on the crafting practice map. He's been absolutely grinding recently. I think he's been like drag clicking more recently too. He's an expert butterfly clicker. I think the biggest difference between these two players is Jay is very heavy RSG focused. He's a lot more used to dealing with risks and knowing when to go for the high roll plays. Because I think both Beef proves again and again that he is a mechanical wizard. And so I don't know how much of a difference there is there.
That's a good point. I think more so maybe it's like the hesitation almost, like where it's something where you watch someone like Loki, where it's just like they could make a misplay, but they recover so quickly in like an RSG sense that it's like that you don't even recognize that it was something incorrect. And it's just that is something that I think Jay plays very aggressively compared to someone like Beef Salad. And that could be what's needed to get some time back here. But we're seeing as Beef Salad's leaving the fortress, not the greatest pearl throws. I believe still has the mud, at least is going to eat a gapple now. But I don't see the fortress on their screen. I mean, obviously they do have plenty of time here, but assuming that Jay is able to get out of here relatively quick, I mean, Jay, hopefully Beef Salad sees the fortress soon. I haven't seen it even on the wide macro.
Oh, there it is. Or is that it?
Oh, and I'm not. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. So
I think it is. Is it? Yes, we're going to pearl the spawner. We are here. Good recovery, but that is about a 10 to 15 second window of some tough pearling in that lava where potentially Jay can make up a little bit of time. And remember, he grabbed some pork chop early, already down to the last one, and is leaving, overlapping crafting here while absolutely shredding pearls to this fortress. And all of a sudden, if he gets to this fortress and handles his terrain a little bit better, I mean, has to pearl a little bit blind here in honestly a bit of a similar situation.
Yeah, like right under this awkward overhang. Looks like he's dealing with it a little bit quicker than Beef Salad, not swimming up all the way, playing more aggressively. He's still got the 2 gaps, should be fine. But Beef is in the fort with 3 rods, pre-crafting. Jay, I thought Jay was making up time, but I'm not so sure now. Still hasn't seen the fort. Another pearl into the lava. This is looking real bad for him. Meanwhile, look at all these blazes on the other screen.
Yeah, Beef Salad is playing the spawner very well. I think this is already 5 rods for Beef Salad. I mean, we're going to make Portal. I believe we're going to have pre-craft up already done, actually. We have like so many explosives. Like, it's just an unbelievable amount of explosives. And Jay finally here, but the spawner Jay finds has lava, so it's not even the same one. Although Beef Salad is caved by 20 blocks, which is just something at least.
That is something. And if it looks like Jay's deciding to play this spawner, so he's not going to have the same blind as Beef Salad, so maybe he saves up time not having to dig up. Yeah, he's going to have to make up a little bit more time than the 10 or 20 seconds that'll take, but a little bit awkward getting rid of this lava. Love the soul sand play here. I love the soul sand.
The soul sand play is heat. The soul sand play is heat. That was great. That was great. I mean, is going to probably get this TNT off before the next cycle of spawns, which, I mean, is really nice. I think it is going to also not affect the thing that he set up with the lava. Yeah, it is safe, but I think it's just going to be a little bit too little, too late here. Just a really unfortunate miscraft. But if that wasn't the case, I think what we've seen so far is that Jay is absolutely going to be able to at least hold his own throughout this best of 5, and just unlucky, maybe some tournament nerves out of the way in the beginning. And, you know, it's never over. I mean, we've seen in the last seed or the last match, I should say, between Silver and Round, the nav has been a problem point for some of the runners today. So no stronghold is guaranteed at all yet.
100%. We got Beef Salad going down to 37. Love that wide level for building your portal. A little bit different than the 40 that people have previously done. But if you're ahead, 37 is the best wide level to build at. Yep. In the stronghold. Scanning.
Great spike.
It's like a pretty good spike there. Maybe a little high, but I think this is probably good. We got a library.
Yeah, I think it's going to be to the right here, and it is very standard nav for Beef Salad. This is going to be a great time. I mean, sub 9 pace on this first seed temple. We have a bunch of stuff. We still have a gapple to eat here. We have all of our explosives ready to go. And I mean, this looks like a pretty standard back zero, fully open terrain. And assuming there's no disaster going to 95 here, it looks like seed number 1 is going to be wrapped up for Beef Salad on the 0.
Oh yeah, plenty of time. They're an entire cycle early, has the crossbow, has 2 extra anchors if he runs out of beds. Solid damage from the double bed. I mean, Jay is purling to chords, but I think it's just over.
Yeah, I think it's going to
Clean
be too
0
little, too
from
late.
Beef.
Great job. Sub 9, first seed. I think this really showed the experience that Beef Salad has. I mean, this is just another day in the office. I don't know exactly what number playoffs this is for Beef Salad, but it's at least Beef's 3rd or 4th, I want to say. Maybe we get
That sounds about right.
fact check. It's something like that.
Maybe
So,
even a little higher. We're in,
yeah,
what,
maybe even
8,
higher, maybe
7
5
now?
or so. But that's going to be an 843 completion for Beef
Mhm.
Salad on this first Temple seed. Really nice start for the higher seed in this match.
I think it'll be interesting to see, like, did Jay claw back time during that match? Did he lose any? It looks
Oh.
like made up time into the fort, but wasn't in the stronghold as fast. So still a little bit
Yeah,
up in the air.
I think the finding stronghold. I think Beef did portal out. Like I think really what that is that
Oh,
like
it's
20
finding stronghold.
seconds
I
after.
thought it was found stronghold. My bad.
Yeah, finding strong. No, you're good. I think what it is really is just Jay having to deal with that lava that Beef Salad didn't have to deal with. So that situation kind
Mhm.
of just made it a little bit more awkward in that split. Plus, like finding stronghold's always a little bit awkward because it's like how many rods are we blinding with? So I mean, 15 seconds from enter nether to fort. I mean, you at least have to feel a little bit okay with that if you're Jay. Like,
Yeah,
obviously
100%.
you don't want to make a Shears miscraft. That's a really tough way to go about it. But this is about as good as you could ask for without a Beef Salad death. Like you get a little bit of confidence back at least, and you just gotta hope you have a short-term memory going into the second game.
Yeah. I think so much of this play is about the mental, keeping it fresh. I like to think of ranked as having 2 sets of skill, like hard skills and soft skills, where the hard
Mhm.
skills are like your mechanical differences, your knowledge of specific zeros, and the soft skills are more of like decision making overall, like when do I leave here? How am I managing my food overall throughout the whole game? And I think that really gets more affected by sort of nerves and the mentality. So
Yeah.
be
I mean,
interested to see how
absolutely.
these
I mean,
players deal with
I
it.
would say, especially, I mean, you have experience playing in LCQ, multiple
Mhm.
LCQs. I mean, you have experience being in these high leverage situations. How do you come back if you're in a match that really matters or something like this where make a misplay early where it's almost immediately it's like, well, I screwed this seat up. Like how do you
Mhm.
immediately like get over that and try and get going to the next seat? Is it just having a short-term memory? Is there something specific that works for you? How does it usually go?
I think having a short-term memory is a really good thing. Like I remember, oh my gosh, I remember hearing this quote from Roger Federer, like one of the best tennis players in the world. He was talking
Mhm.
about like overall, he's won 80% of his matches ever, but like point by point in those matches, he only wins 54% of the time. And so you have to be really comfortable with losing and coming back from that. And I think in ranked in particular, like the best players, they're 60, 70, 80% maybe win
Mhm.
rate. And so you really have to get used to losing a lot of matches. You can't be tanking your mentality. And so I think
Yeah.
short-term memory, that's huge.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think maybe for someone like Jay who has had like a really high forfeit rate in the past, like I mean, like even just by having a high forfeit rate, I mean, you're kind of used to losing more. Like that's just kind of
Yeah,
how it goes.
yeah.
Like if you're forfeiting 30% of the time, so maybe Jay has that short term memory because of having a high forfeit rate in the past, and maybe that can help them in a situation like this. But again, on the other side, I mean, you have to be feeling great if you're Beef Salad. I mean, that's a sub 9 Temple seed. I feel like
Mhm.
relatively overall played it very clean, especially that end game was phenomenal once we did actually get to the fort. So got to be feeling good there if you're Beef Salad. And here we go. Second pick, Village. I feel like this makes a lot of
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, love the village. It'll be interesting to see how much food people grab. Maybe the lava pools are a little bit awkward, but you kind of are going to get everything you need from a village. I mean, maybe even
Yeah.
an obby, and it's really quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of potential for some weird stuff here. I mean, even different village types, right? Like, I mean, desert could offer some
True.
awkward things. Like, what are we gonna get at tree
Have
wise?
we ever seen a
Um,
snow village in playoffs?
Very, very rare. Snow Village and playoffs would be great. I mean, hey, Parker, you never know. Maybe we see a Toolsmith. It's been a
Maybe
while.
another Toolsmith
It's
incident.
been a while since we've seen a Toolsmith. So, hey,
Uh-huh.
you never know. I mean, I'm super excited to see where we end up here. Let's see what these players do on the second seed, 1-0 Beef Salad so far. And
That is
Parker, I found the lava pool. I
I
think
found it, yeah,
I
right
think
next to
we know where
spawn.
we're gonna enter. I think we know where we're gonna enter. Unfortunately, Beef Salad has exploded, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but
Just
that's
a
okay.
little
We do
bit,
at least
but
have
we're getting it back.
Jay's
Oh,
gameplay.
never mind. Maybe we don't get it back, but we can focus on Jay for the minute. You know,
Yeah,
he's
we can
grabbed
focus on
the 2
Jay.
logs. Maybe some people do that, some people don't. Got 4 iron. You can instantly craft your iron pickaxe, get your stone. I really like this.
Mhm.
This is super clean.
Yeah,
Getting the axe early.
I really like the play that Beef is going for, or not Beef, excuse me, that Jay is going for of like grabbing the 2 wood. It's just so consistent, especially when the golem is, or not the
Mhm.
golem, but the
Oh,
trees in general are
careful!
just kind of far away.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
they yeah,
I thought the
you were thinking
golem
the
was gonna go
cactus
up
spot,
around
right?
the stairs.
Yeah,
That
that
would be
too,
so
that too.
bad.
That would be tragic here. I am like, I don't know if Jay actually plays with advancements off. I wasn't paying attention in the last game because it could be something where Beef Salad's internet's just like fully cut out.
There are
That
advancements
would
I
be
did see, and it looked like, Beef got the iron pickaxe, like, the same time. So I would guess that
oh,
they both mined 2 logs and then looted the,
okay, nice. All right, so we can watch Beef Salad through whatever's happening on
Yeah,
Jay's stream.
exactly.
That's
You know,
beautiful.
maybe
That's
they'll
great.
just, like, be neck and neck the entire time, and we can just assume that
Oh,
they're doing the same thing. Oh, look at that! Both
cinema.
have the green
We're
bed, both
so
mining the
back.
gravel.
Can we get some pats
Now
for
going for wood.
Oliver? Sorting out the
Mhm.
back end issues is always like a goat. Parker and I don't
Yeah.
have to worry
Shout
about
out
us.
Oliver's.
Shout out Oliver. And the timing looks exact too. It looks like we're exactly right back. This is beautiful. So both players going to grab a lot of wood here. So this is a question for you.
Mhm.
You don't have shears on the seed. Honestly, a
No
pretty
shears.
lackluster village. No shears, kind of bare bones for a village. How many logs are you grabbing in this situation? Because both players do grab around like this 50 wood mark. Is that kind of what you like to do as well?
Yeah, that's what I like to do. I don't have a number in mind per se. I mean, maybe if you're like are feeling behind or like it's a
Oh,
really
ghost
aggressive
bucket. Oh
world.
my
Oh
god.
gosh, careful. Yeah, that like feels about right.
Mhm,
I know some people like do. Was saying he likes to get a stack every single time. I mean, it
mhm,
just depends. Like maybe you're behind. Maybe you feel like you got to play more aggressively. Maybe you change that based on who you're playing. But it looks
mhm.
like they won't be needing to use a ton of the wood on this enter.
Yeah,
Just
and
dodging
again,
some
like
skeletons. Got
looks
some
neck and neck
gravel.
again just from the advancements in the bottom, is especially if Beef is having internet issues right now. We can at least see. I mean, that's the nice thing
Mhm.
about ranked. Like we might be having internet issues on the side of the streaming side for Beef Salad, but not poor enough where it's going to completely disconnect him from the ranked client because everything in ranked is single player. So
Yeah,
it's just the
fantastic point.
advancements getting sacked. So at least thankfully,
Is this
it makes
Nether
it
the
to watch, but
same?
it's all good.
Nether is one we've had before, or am I tweaking?
I think you're
This looks
tweaking.
like there was like a piglin here
Oh,
in like the Oxy match, maybe? I
wait,
don't know.
Ralph said same nether. I played this verse silver.
Yeah, so we might get a
Oh.
full reset here then, picking a new seed. It was a
Oh,
different
that's really
overworld,
beautiful.
right? Or was it the same?
No,
Was is it just another?
it was definitely a different overworld, I think. I think it was
Okay, yeah,
definitely a
yeah,
different
yeah.
overworld. So, I think listen, wow, what a great job from the script writers to put the seed
True.
where we accidentally had the same nether with the
Yeah.
seed where B Salad has internet issues. I think that was
Mhm,
honestly a beautiful decision from them to
mhm.
see they're really working overtime this season. Uh, very beautiful, very awesome.
Yeah, shout out
And there we
scriptwriters.
go. It's a
And there it
draw.
is. Match is a
So
draw.
that's a pass. That's a pass. Listen, there's a lot to analyze in that. I
Mhm.
think Beef Salad made hundreds of misplays, honestly. I think that's honestly why his stream cut out. I think it was just like such poor
Yeah.
gameplay that even his OBS was like, you know what? I don't want to show this anymore. So I think that's kind of what I got out of that game. But I mean, did you get anything out of that? Is there really much to
Mm,
go over there? Or is it just like, you know, sometimes that just happens, right? You got to just like again, short-term memory, lock in next seed
mhm.
and maybe practice some zeros for a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly. We can also consider the fact that maybe Beef Salad was playing with his monitor off.
Oh,
You know,
wait, that's
maybe he's just that good. I know
that
some players they'll
actually
play with their monitor off. You know, maybe even without a mouse, and then maybe like if they start losing that, like turn it on or something. But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
exactly,
a
exactly.
common
So
joke amongst this sort of thing.
no, I that's just a tough situation for both runners. Hopefully, we can get Beef
Mhm,
Salad's internet at least somewhat sorted. I mean, honestly, it could be maybe it's not even a Beef Salad issue. Maybe it is an Oliver issue. I guess we'll kind of see here.
mhm.
Looks like it is a Beef Salad issue, and Beef Salad is restarting OBS. So
Okay.
that's a W. That's a big 5 big booms for Beef Salad. Shout out Beef Salad. Um, awesome with that. We're also going to get a new seed, so that'll be great. But honestly, overall, like I think both players, I mean, they both entered at like basically the exact same time. It's a very, very linear village type overworld. I mean, there wasn't too much to really analyze there. Why draw? Can
Mhm,
someone explain it to me? Absolutely. This gives us something great to stall about. So,
mhm,
what happened basically is in an earlier match today, the way that MCSR ranked seeds work is that the seed is actually kind of dissected into three separate areas, actually four. There's the overworld seed, the nether seed, the end seed, and the RNG seed. Most of the time, the overworld end and RNG seed are all the exact same, but the nether seed is random, or not random, but filtered to be something else. So you're kind of entering a different seed's nether from an overworld. And the reason that happens is it's kind of difficult to get so many different seed types. And when you're able to like dissect them down, you open yourself up to having a lot more seed options in the seed pool. Unfortunately, what just happened is that one of the nethers that was just played in a previous game was also the nether in this game. And since Jay or Beefsalad could have an advantage from watching the game earlier between Ral and Silver, it means it's an unfair competitive advantage, and we have to find a new seed, which is a very, very,
mhm.
very rare occurrence. But major props to Parker for being able to point that out even before Ral said it in the chat. I cannot believe you actually noticed that. Crazy, crazy stuff. But yeah, that's basically how it worked. It's still going to be 1-0 beef salad or 1-0 beef salad over Jay, and we'll have a second seed shortly to get it all resolved.
Yeah, it's just something that happens occasionally, and it's just good for competitive integrity to replay the seed and call it a draw. We weren't
Yeah,
even super far into a seed either, so it doesn't matter a ton. And like the fact that the beef salad had internet issues, there's just a cherry on top.
it
Love the
is.
street riders
Sometimes things
here.
happen. Guys, if you want to give us $500,000, we will build an arena somewhere, invite all
Yeah.
the players, and we'll never have to worry about internet issues again. It'll be
Mhm.
a phenomenal occurrence. It'll be great. We could all go there. Maybe we get enough money. Everyone can go there for free. We'll pay for flights. We'll all watch together. We'll have like a
True.
campfire. It'll be great.
Yeah, let's just go
And we'll
infinite
never have
money.
to
We
worry
can
about
all
this
fly
again.
first class down there. Everybody who's
Yeah.
watching,
It'll be
it'll be
beautiful.
great.
It'll be simply beautiful. So we'll get there. It'll happen. It'll one day. We're working slowly but surely. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, sometimes stuff like this happens. We appreciate your patience, and we'll be getting going very soon. It looks like right
Speaking of
now.
soon, soon as now.
I had some other questions to solve for. We don't have to do that. It's a beautiful day.
That's good. I mean, we haven't loaded in just yet.
We
I
haven't
mean,
loaded. I was gonna ask Parker,
we
what are
can
your
stall.
thoughts on these intermission videos? They're beautiful, right? These intermission
I
videos are
love
beautiful.
them.
They're so
Yeah,
great.
like I didn't know they were happening. Just like a nice little shock out of left field. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what we need. We need more tutorials. Especially, I think ranked is just growing as a whole here, and I think it can be
Absolutely.
really important for new players joining.
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, that's the thing. It's always such a high barrier to entry, I feel like, and the least we can eliminate that is great. What I'm noticing is these players are immediately at two different blacksmiths, and
Yeah.
Jay picked wrong. Jay picked the wrong blacksmith. That is
Also,
there's three blacksmiths. Oh
oh
my
my gosh,
god.
wait, there's three.
And Jay's still gonna
Okay,
go to the
maybe it's
wrong
not as
one
different as
because
I
it's the
thought.
freaking
And there's
no,
a ruined portal in the distance too. So I like Beef
I
Salad's
didn't
play
see
of going
that.
to the further one first so he can overlap the distance a little bit better. He's got two beds. I know Beef Salad really likes doing his double blaze bed. And Jay still has no iron?
Jay has no iron because there's three blacksmiths and he
But
went to
food,
the two wrong
15?
ones. Yeah, he
So
has 15
Jay already
bread. I
has
mean,
his
that's great.
bread. Beef Salad is mined for 15 bread. But Jay just got it from chest, so saves a little bit of time there. Not sure what they're thinking enter-wise. You have 4 obsidian. There was a
Mhm.
ruined portal in the distance. I don't know if there's any crying. Honestly, if there's no crying there,
Yeah,
is it,
Jay is just
I can't
going
tell. Is
for
that
it.
a lava pool ruined portal?
It is a lava pool.
Looks
It's the
like
one
it.
where you only need like the one obsidian to complete it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
they're
perfect.
like they're fully set up there. Jay just has to grab like one cobblestone for the thing. Honestly, with everything that happened to Jay, it's actually like kind of fine. Like Beef Salad isn't even worrying about grabbing like the really far blacksmith, but oh my god,
Mhm.
obsidian shovel, beautiful craft from Jay. But we're good. It's so good. We
Yeah.
almost crafted an iron shovel too, but it's all good. Beef
Mhm.
salad at the room portal. Do we get a flint and steel? No, but we do get a golden apple, which is nice. And we're going to see here if it is actually completable. And it is one piece of lava. We get to save the obsidian as well,
Mhm.
but we do need flint. And Beef salad did forget about that, but it's not going to be anything for Jay either. So Jay is going to have to grab flint. Is going to recognize to do it immediately though, which is nice. And looks like potentially could maybe gain a little bit of time here on the enter, but it will probably be Beef salad still entering first.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at
Oh,
this.
Jay isn't even using the ruined portal. I guess he's just thinking the gravel's right here. I'm just gonna stay here and make my portal. He also
Yeah.
gets to no. He doesn't even
He
gain
doesn't
on
get the gold
obsidian
block.
either. Interesting. I
He
don't know
doesn't gain any
exactly what
obsidian.
made the difference there, but like there was a lot of different decision making or decisions in general on that
Yeah,
overworld.
that was
And
very interesting overworld. I think it is kind of what you're saying, where it's just like the gravel's right here. I might as well just build the portal here. Don't want to have to run back. Like, sure, you get a gold block potentially, but when it's a situation, I mean, look at this terrain difference too. Not to cut off my own point, but I
yeah.
mean, this is a. I think Jay is making. Excuse me. I thought Jay was making the better terrain decision, but beef
Yeah.
salad's at the bastion, so that's
Mhm.
clearly not the case, and that's why I'm commentating, and that's why beef salad's playing. So I mean, great stuff from beef salad here. Question is, where's Jay going to come out? A little bit far, and this is a quick advantage for beef salad here.
Yeah, and I don't. Did Jay get the gold block from the ruined portal? That
No,
might come
did
in
not.
play, especially looting housing. It can be a little bit awkward if the pigs have already pathfinded into a weird situation. We've seen on previous seeds. Oh gosh, Beef Salad's
Oh,
taking a lot of damage.
yeah, and this route is
That didn't
now
matter a
all of a
lot.
sudden very awkward.
But it
Should
looks
be
like he's still got the
okay.
aggro potentially, and it's just fully safe now. You have 16 bread, so it shouldn't matter a ton. But Jay isn't gonna have to spend that time healing. Oh,
Yeah,
it
and we can
doesn't
see a
even
lot of
mine
different. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The two
blocks.
blocks to
What
let
a
the other
pick.
piglins in.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not mining those in. I think we're really seeing a lot of difference in play style here. And I think it's something where, I mean, we'll see. We'll have a very quick idea in about now if it mattered. And I don't see that many pigs on Jay's side. So I think it is going to be
Mhm.
something where potentially the trades are a little bit slower. But I also think Jay needs to get one more double chest up top. I don't know if he actually was able to loot it. So I think maybe we go up there, get the chest, pearl hang, and then come back down and check trades, and it might not be that big of a time loss.
Yeah. And even making holes in a different spot, like you can really see the RSG effect on Jay's screen. You know, that piglin hole, I don't know if I see anybody do that who plays ranked, really.
Hmm. Yeah, this is a pretty unique trading hole. It is a little bit more old school. It is a little bit more of an older way of doing it, but it is going to be hopefully fine. It is going to be a situation where I don't think either player has seen the fortress yet. Jay actually already has 20 obby, only 15 pearls, and Beef Salad has a little bit more, but is probably going to be a situation where, I mean, oh, there's the fort for Beef Salad. Actually, we
Oh.
just see it. So
Oh
pearl
yeah,
hang
and
out.
Jay's just gonna see it. Yeah, pearl hanging the same exit but slightly
Oh,
different
and Jay is
terrain.
out. Jay is out first.
Wow.
Made up so much time in the bastion. I mean,
So
Beef Salad did have a
much.
little bit of clunkiness at the top, between grabbing the first chest and then having to like get hit down with the top down
And what's
route.
he doing
Jay
now?
had
Wait, he's aggroing more. Oh, was it just bad aggroing because he took all the oh,
Yeah, I think he
all the
just had
damage?
way really poor piglin aggro. Is going to be out now, but just a really tough situation for Beef Salad, and it's coming back to bite him as Jay is pearling all around the Soul Sand Valley, hitting both spawners. Beef Salad though, gappling up is potentially going to have hopefully a chance to make up some time here, but Jay already getting a double blaze bet off. This is going to be Jay is in the driver's seat for the rest of the seat at this point.
Oh, 100%. Even though it's a Soul Sand Valley fortress where you can play a lot of strays and maybe Beef Salad decides to do that more, Jay has just hit both spawners like you said. He's got a double blaze bed off. And even though he only has one rod, he's up a lot more blaze kills.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge. He has to do a lot of pre-crafting still, but that should be fine. That's what's going to happen now. We're going to see 47 string. We don't have any iron for ground zero, so it doesn't really matter. Or not 47 string, excuse me, 47 wool. So obviously have enough
Yeah.
explosives for zero. Only 2 rods so far, but getting a lot of spawns in. We are going to see something here. Beef Salad is using the iron sword, which is going to allow for a little bit of clearing a bit quicker, which might allow for some time back in the crafting split or making a portal or something like that, because these blaze spawns are very quick.
Yeah, and especially the fact that it took so long to get the first 2 rods. Like, the Iron Sword could really make a difference, like what Hax
Yeah,
was
I mean, look
saying.
at these
If on average...
spawns.
Ooh,
These spawns are so
yeah,
quick for
already on 4
both
rods.
players.
He's definitely made up time, because... What, Jay has 5 rods. Beef Salad's only a rod behind, and he entered the fort. A lot more behind than what he is right now, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. But Jay is actually having the pearl hang. I believe still needs to pre-craft. We actually have the rod. Yeah, is not pre-crafted. So that's the big difference right now. I don't believe Jay is just not pre-crafted at all on explosives. Beef Salad is, but obviously Jay is going to quartz. So if Jay just has a pretty standard nav here, it should be okay that the time in pre-crafting won't make up too much time. But if it's anything where this stronghold is a little bit awkward or the timing is a little bit weird, I mean, this isn't the cleanest way potentially to get to these chords. It is a little bit of bridging. Maybe it's something where you could pearl
Oh,
up above.
Magma!
Big magma
Punch
cube.
it away! Keep it away! Keep it away! There's some nasty HPG highlights clips with that sort of situation. Glad
Oh,
he did not
far
die
too
there.
many. Oh, and then
Instant
just
spike.
wow,
What a portal
world's
room.
hardest
What?
nav. 5i2, why
Bye-bye.
not? Sure.
Okay, and
And we have
it's just
11 beds, so that's pretty standard. I mean, that's pretty good.
yeah,
That's pretty good.
056. It's front. Looks
I
like
believe that's
90 or
front
85
91,
tower.
yeah, something like that. It is gonna be
Ooh,
94, but this should
94.
be pretty easy
Little
to get to
bit.
99 too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a really nice one to get to, especially on the buried zeros. Not even back. Shouldn't have anything to worry about. Maybe we'll see a bow come out here.
yeah.
Yep. Nice 2 beds, and this should finish off the 0. Oh, not
Oh,
quite. One more.
it's okay. Boop, and there it is. And another incredibly fast time. I mean, this is gonna be a low 8, like an 8:12 or so, maybe. I mean, that's just a really great time from Jay there. I mean, that's what we're talking about, right? Short-term memory. I think Jay played the seed incredibly well, especially in the Bastion split, and just very textbook there, allowing all the time lost potentially in the overworld to no fault of his own to really be made up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Really
love to see
impressive
these
stuff.
low times. I feel like ranked is only getting better and better. Like, I don't think we've plateaued yet. People are just insane. And here we go. The splits are in. Looks like Jay entered slightly slower, but made up a lot of time.
Yeah,
Entering
I mean,
the stronghold a minute ahead. Over a minute ahead.
this is the thing. Like, we forgot, at least I did, about like the terrain decision. And Beefsalad made an incredible terrain decision to get to the Bastion, 7 seconds ahead of
Yeah.
Jay. Even when Jay, like, I think rushed. I think what happened was more so like Jay, I think, rushed the E-Ray a little bit and just kind of was like, oh, I'm just gonna like kind of go straight in the
Mhm.
open terrain. Where Beefsalad hit a much cleaner actual line to the stronghold, or to the Bastion. But I mean, we see here, what is that? My math is a little bit off. Like 44 seconds of time save for getting to the fortress. I mean, that's just incredible that that much time is made up, especially in a housing bastion. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was just taking the damage. He like fell to a weird spot. Maybe some of the pigs fell off the bastion. He was like re-aggroing as the route was finishing. So he must have had not a lot of pigs. And Jay didn't even like mine blocks to let more pigs in, but he just didn't fall off the bastion like Beef did.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's really the big thing there. And I think also, like, I think what maybe some people in chat were saying too is, I think since it was a single up top, which I didn't clock, or like a no chest up top on the second rampart. I
Yeah.
was clocking that it was a single chest. You don't just need breaking those
Oh yeah, I
blocks
guess you
very
don't even
rarely
need to.
does anything unless like a piglin's like fell off the side. But I thought it was a single, so that's why I was thinking, oh my god, let's open this up. But Jay recognizing that again correctly to just really play a lights out split in that housing, and then just having the fort right there. The pearls were phenomenal in the fortress. Clean blaze bed, clean endgame, and the nav just made it super easy for an 11 bed explosive. I mean, that was just textbook there. So we're all tied up 1-1. I do want to double check to see here. It looks like we are potentially going to. I don't think we are going to be having any Fulham analysis. No, we are going to be heading straight into seed 3, which is great. We're going to be hopping in here. Beef
Buried
salad.
treasure.
Only seed left to pick is buried treasure. You got any predictions going into this third map here, Parker?
I'm gonna go a beef salad win here. I want to see some back and forth. Always hoping
Back and
for
forth.
a game 5. Maybe I'm a little bit biased saying that, but I'm a
I'm hoping
fan.
for a game 5 too. Let's make Feinberg like nervously on time for MCC. Let's not make him late, but let's make him like sweat like a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, like, is this actually gonna go too long? Like, am I gonna have time to talk to my team? Like, let's make it go like nervously long. I like this beef salad potential here in buried treasure, but also you have to think with Jay's RSG prowess. I mean, this is going to be something where he's going to have a lot of a time advantage. Although, if I remember correctly, beef salad's buried treasure win rate was 60%, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive.
It was a difference between like win rate and time. I think Jay was almost 30 seconds ahead, like on average, but just
Yeah.
has that way different win rate. So I don't know,
Yeah,
and
I
maybe
mean,
maybe these players that like the play style can always change so much in the end of the season that maybe you're such a better player at the end that the stats are so much shifted. I think a great example of that is Infume with this latest season.
mhm.
Um like he obviously ended like number 1, but didn't start out that and just like got
Yeah.
so much better over just the last season.
Absolutely. And this is a very interesting buried treasure world just because it's not like a full island. We're on like a taiga coast. So this is a very interesting little thing. I mean, Parker, do you play this any differently? Like, are you ever like thinking even for a split second, like, whoa, I had a plains there. Like, do I look for a lava pool? Do you do any TNT differently? Anything like that? Or are you just like, okay, ocean, just do ocean, everything ocean, and go from there?
I mean, like, looking out for lava pool is always just, like, probably good practice. Maybe you just, like, don't wanna be thinking about that to, like, clutter up the mental, but, like, there
Mhm.
are just less options to boat into for the ravine, so it should just be a lot more linear. I see ocean, I'm going ocean, it's right here. Hopefully, it's a lot more streamlined, and it looks just like that as beef
Yeah, look at
salad
this. Wow.
is at the ravine.
Yeah, that was great. I'm not sure how I feel about this play about Jay grabbing like gravel on the top, but it looks like they're gonna be entering basically the same exact time, so it doesn't really matter that much. So really like this. I mean, this is
And
potential
going
to
for an
be a
L
very,
portal.
very fast seed. Yeah, this is something I've heard about recently. Like, I haven't done too much research into it myself, but I
Mhm,
believe I heard Silver saying something on stream last night that like L Portal is making a little bit of a comeback because like
mhm.
you have less potential to get hit by like a drowned or something and like something else. Like, I don't know. I could be
Mm.
talking completely out of nothing, but remember hearing L Portal comeback has potential. That's all. Listen, you heard it here first at MC starting playoffs.
Yeah, I've seen Beef Salad do the L portal actually quite a bit recently. And I guess the drown thing is a good argument. I don't know why else you would do it, honestly. But I mean, it's clearly working for
Oh,
him. He's entering faster, but Jay's taking more aggressive terrain, taking a little bit of
very
damage
aggressive
there.
terrain.
It's treasure. I don't think we saw the fortress, so maybe if one
No.
person was a little bit more aware looking for it, that could be a huge advantage.
Yeah, I mean, we could see. I really like the terrain that Beef Salad took here. I think Jay was really focused on just not using blocks, which I don't really fully agree with because we had so much blocks from TNT before. Beef Salad being able to bridge up top, grabbing more blocks was really great, but also had to
But
run
Jay just
across
is
the whole
ahead
thing.
now
So Jay
and
is just
entered
ahead just
slower.
be yeah, I think it was just because when with where Beef Salad entered, actually, like you just had to run across the whole top of the treasure, and Jay kind of just avoided that at least, which was really nice.
Mhm.
So misspeak on my part. It ends up working out way better for Jay, but this is going to be the thing now. Neither player has seen Fortress. I mean, Parker, this is the first treasure bastion we're seeing of playoffs. Things
Mhm.
can get a little bit silly. Who's going to break spawner? Who's going to try and force a quadrant? I mean, in playoffs, maybe not in a ranked game, but in playoffs, what would you do in this situation or if you haven't seen the Fortress yet? Are you breaking spawner?
I feel like it just depends so much. Like most of the time when I'm playing a better player, I don't like breaking spawner because I know I'm just gonna lose time. But it just depends all so much on like what are your chords at, what are the closer quadrants. Like it can look really obvious that like it's gonna be this quadrant that's next to me, but if you're at some awkward coordinates or you just get unlucky or the visibility is low, you know, we're in a warped forest, so there's gonna be more trees, more potential for the fort to be hiding, and it can just be so punishing if you send a direction and the fort isn't there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it also depends on like just the terrain decision, like the terrain around the bastion as well. Like this looks relatively open, but it could be misleading. I mean, we saw like a little bit closed off on the left side, so it could really just depend on the quadrants and stuff. And also, I mean, what resources are these players going to be getting? It looks like we are just going to have 20 obsidian for
Mhm.
both players. I mean, Beef Salad is already at 15. Jay, I think, is, yeah, Jay's at 21. Could potentially even be leaving here. But yeah, it looks like Jay's actually just going to be fully out. Leaving out the top has no interest, I think, right now in breaking a
Oh, and this is good
spawner,
visibility.
but I don't
Did
see
he see it?
anything.
He must have seen it if he's purling there. No?
You would
Oh
think,
my
oh
gosh.
my goodness,
Damage. He doesn't
that's a
look
lot of
super
damage.
confident over here, still scanning, trying to look for it. Maybe he went the wrong way and this could be punishing. I
But
can't
Beef
tell
Salad
where beef
also,
salad is. No, oh, beef salad looks like he took a slightly different direction. Does he see the fort?
this is a different direction
Going
terrain-wise,
going low, he must have seen it and
and
he sees
finds
it.
it. I
And
think
so
I
this
like
is
this.
where it's super punishing for Jay having gone the wrong
Wow.
direction, especially like food can come into play here. He's lost a lot of food purling around, and beef salad is just in the fortress.
I mean, the food is a great point. Just not only the purling around, but taking so much damage earlier. I mean, Jay is in the fortress now. I believe this is going to be the same fortress. I haven't seen coordinates or anything, but I would assume this is the same fortress. But just very, very difficult situation. And you're right, like already going to be down to the salmon that he's been holding in his inventory, while Beef Salad has 2 cod left still. Although I don't believe either player has seen a spawner yet. So if
Mhm.
Jay can find that first, maybe it's buried down here or something. It could
Oh,
be a
and it's
situation where
not.
time is made back. But I mean, look at how many strays are on Beef Salad Stream right now. I mean, there's like there's 6 places, I think.
Yeah, I'm surprised neither of them really lower their render, trying to get more strays. I mean, it's a Sulsan Valley for.
I think what it is more so, especially in ranked and in playoffs even more so, is when you don't see the spawner, it's just so scary. So I think usually they're trying to just look out for that first. But now we see, I mean, it's going to be a similar situation to what we saw in that earlier match between, I believe it was Silver and Ral, where Silver just never found the spawner, but just kept hitting strays, hitting strays, hitting strays. And Beefsalad has the food to potentially do it, but is now going to see, I believe, the spawner down this hallway where he had originally trapped a wither skeleton, and that's why I didn't see it. That's crazy unfortunate. That is just crazy unfortunate. He missed it because he trapped a wither skeleton.
But he's up on rods now. He's actually killed more Blaze than Jay, and so even though he doesn't have it cleared, he's at 2. Jay's only at 1. I think it took quite a while for them to get their first rod. I really can't tell who's up even on the Blazes this minute.
Yeah, I think
It's gotta be Beefsalad.
Probably still favor. I mean, I think it is Beefsalad, but I think I'm favoring Jay just because we could see here, like, the fact that it's not cleared out, the fact that this lava is flowing could really affect the spawns, and he's just struggling a little bit with handling all of this in the moment. And I think the fact that Jay has it all cleared already adds a little bit more, and we're gonna see, like, now because of that, like, well, Jay's already pre-crafted, and because he's already pre-crafted, well, now he can do the portal. And even though Beefsalad's doing all that now, it's just like a little bit behind each step of the way. But I truly think if Jay's ahead, it's by less than 5 seconds right now.
Yeah, really close match. I mean, this is what we want to see. I don't really care who wins this one, but I just want the one after this one for the opposite person to win it. I just want to see a game 5.
I 100% agree. Beef, though, 7 rods, actually, so doesn't have to pick up eyes in this ocean, which actually could be really beneficial. I don't believe Jay actually did either because I think the eye broke. But that's going to mean...
Is that a 300 distance that I see? I can't quite read it with the bit rate.
I can't read it either. I think it's like maybe like 600 or 700 or something. But these rod rates are really good. Jay has 6 rods and is going to be leaving. Oh, it has to be 300. You're right, because we're bridging
like, so
from
close.
like right here.
Pearls into the lava. Interesting there.
I
Not
don't
even
love
building
the
at the
lava.
bottom. It was
think
just
I
so
like
close. Here's why he didn't just bridge, because
Oh my
Beefsalad
God,
is
but here we
bridging, and it's just going to be at the portal.
I mean, wow, I think it did maybe save Jay like a second, but these are such aggressive decisions. I mean, that's all of Jay's playstyle, like aggressive decisions that might save a second. Beefsalad messing up the portal build, that could save
maybe a bit of nerves.
Like
He's
that could
really
lose some time there. Spike here. We do have a gold pickaxe for Beef, which actually might matter if this is a buried 0. Nothing yet for Jay.
Both going the same way, and Jay finds it.
It's just down the staircase. They both have the hunger reset.
Also finds it. This can come down to 0 here. Look at Jay filling in the portal like that.
Oh my God, and gold pickaxe.
But it might not matter because there's a 1 block hole where it doesn't matter. Beefsalad is digging with the gold pig while Jay went out the other side, both zeroing. If somebody 2+2s here and the other is a 4 rotation, that's going to decide it.
I think this is just a clean get to 95. Both players should be able to make it. This is going to be the rotation. It's going to depend on damage on the zeros. How many rotations? Jay shoots it once accidentally. Can't 2+2. Beefsalad could potentially 2+2 here.
Oh, no, it's not a 2+2.
I genuinely...
full damage!
Oh my God. I actually, with stream delay, I actually don't know. I actually don't know with stream delay. I think it's Jay. I think it's Jay with stream delay, I actually don't know. That's so close. That's actually so close. I have no idea.
Oh my gosh.
It's Jay by a second.
By a oh my gosh. I think Beefsalad had a slightly faster 0, but it just wasn't fast enough. If he 2+2 there, which we might see later in this tournament, he would have won that match.
Wow. If Beef did get the 2+2 off, it would have been enough. What a matchup between this. Wow. Oh my God.
6 seconds different, and it was only about a second at the end. I think he saved maybe a rotation, maybe 2, probably just 1 rotation.
I mean, look at this back and forth throughout the whole thing. 0 seconds on enter,
1
second on Bastion, 5 seconds on Fort, brought all the way back down again to 10 seconds on enter end. I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, you think about all the tiny little time saves that each player potentially made and just how it ended up affecting the seed, and just an unbelievable performance from both runners. I know we don't have the stat in this graphic, but I would be incredibly curious what if you play MCSR rank, you'll know when you look at a game in the end, you can switch between enter end and kill dragon. I would be very curious what the kill dragon was. It has to be within like a second or two. It has to, right? Like
It's gotta be.
that was
Yeah.
genuinely so close between the two runners. Unbelievable.
Absolute cinema. You know, this is what we came here to watch. Thank the script writers. Thank the players. Let's go into the
Wow.
next game. Let's see if Jay's gonna finish it off
I
or it's gonna go
yeah.
back and forth.
I mean, I want to see us after that. I want to see a seed 5 so badly.
Mhm,
I mean, these
mhm,
runners are
mhm,
so high level, and I think the thing that's so interesting again, especially on this seed. I mean, they were just so many different plays between the two runners throughout it. So many different sections. I mean, I think about how both players managed trying like this the terrain decision going into the treasure, the terrain decision leaving the treasure, how we
mhm.
can manage the spawner, how we're playing like every single decision. We're both like incredibly justifiable, but ended up saving seconds either way. It was so interesting to watch.
Yeah, and I forget, like Jay went the wrong direction for a
Yep.
good 10 or 20 seconds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
And then
oh
wasted all the
my,
food because he fell. I mean, just
and I
all
wasted all
over the
the
place.
food.
So Beef Salad is going to pick Jay's seed ban of Ruin Portal, which I think is really interesting. I think if I'm Beef Salad, so I could be wrong, and someone
Mhm,
can yell at me in either a Discord channel or in the chat. But I believe once seed 4 comes around, you can pick anything. If Beef Salad wanted to pick Desert Temple, Beef Salad could pick Desert Temple. And I think that would have been very interesting just because of the like how the first seed went and how both players handled the food on Desert Temple. And especially,
mhm.
I think throughout this matchup, I mean, Jay is up 2-1 right now, but I would go strongly to say that Beef Salad has just managed food better throughout these seed types. So I think something where you might have to manage food a little bit more. But again, with Ruin Portal, if you're not getting a lot of golden carrots, it's a big decision to decide how many animals you're going to kill or what's around you. So Ruin Portal, potentially a very interesting pick here from Beef Salad.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't know if I'd be super confident in Desert Temple if I was Beef Salad because like
Mhm.
Jay, like he did just lose a minute to resetting, but he didn't really lose time to that. I'm excited to see a Ruined Portal. I want to see a Gold Axe with Unbreaking 3, 7 golden carrots, and a bajillion iron.
Yeah,
I want
I
I want
want
to
to see
see
something
like
like that
a
here.
sub 7.
Yeah, I mean that's what Jay's hoping for. What Beef Salad's hoping for is maybe something like that original Ruin Portal seed between Silver and Ral earlier today, where it's like,
Mhm.
maybe we don't get that many gold tools, maybe the iron's a little weird, and we have to get iron in the bastion, just something a little bit more where there's a little bit more the experience that Beef Salad has from playing 2,000 plus games gets to really showcase itself in this, rather than the linearity that Jay is probably hoping for to just out like push out a fast time. We're gonna see
Mhm.
here
And it's on an island.
potential. Yeah, very, very
You
interesting
know, maybe
potential. And
even
wow,
scan. Looks like they're scanning for a BT. No BT.
no BT. I mean, 52 iron, 4 obsidian, gold tools. Not sure
And
what
cows on
enchantment.
island.
Yeah, I mean, I like this cow play. Really nice from Beef Salad. I'm immediately going for this. This is something
6.
that, yeah,
That's
6
just
is
such good
great.
food.
6 is great. I think going for these cows quick, as long as both players don't get them in the water here. I mean, look at this cow. This cow could be a little bit
Oh,
annoying
it
for
might go in the
Jay all of a
water.
sudden.
Oh, but he
Gets
gets
it
it.
off.
Good cow
Nice.
management right there.
Very good cow management. And I
And
think
crafting
there's going to be,
shears too, so you get blocks here.
yeah,
When Jay
Jay
is
is going to make,
just
yeah,
got
is
his
gonna make
wood.
the iron pickaxe. Yeah, is gonna make the iron
Has to
pickaxe. I
mine
was
the
a little
gold
bit worried on that.
blocks.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. Yeah, not making the shears here is a little bit interesting. I think just having the gold axe and mining so much wood, I think it is probably fine. But if the terrain is something where it's a little bit more awkward, Beef Salad could potentially have a big advantage here. E-Ray Spike looks like it's a far bastion based on how long players are scanning. And it's going to be a situation where the blocks that Jay ended up missing out on could backfire big time.
When he drops his boat, too, has to go back a second or two. So it's
Oh,
maybe
wow.
not going to be a sub 7. The
I,
bastion's a little bit far, but oh, fall damage.
Yeah, Bash is a little bit far. Beef Salad can't place the bow because of a piglin on the hole. But
Oh,
again, both players taking a decent amount of damage right now. Quite honestly, from just the terrain management. I mean, it's definitely not the easiest terrain in the world, but both players going to have to eat the steak here. Haven't seen the fortress on either side, but now it looks like a pretty linear terrain. Question is, what bastion is this? It looks like it's going to be some type of housing or bridge. Can't exactly tell yet.
Mhm. Housing indeed.
It is going to be a housing on Beef Salad screen.
They
Made up a
should
little
be
bit of time getting here.
Should be playing top down from both these runners, especially you got the gold axe. It's going to be really quick. You even
Yeah,
have
I mean,
gold on your hotbar that you can throw to distract. Lots of food. Good
we
resources for this
mentioned
seed. But look at those zombie pigs
those zombie
blocking
piglins for
right outside the
Jay.
bastion. Zombie pigs
That
cannot
is a
spawn in
disaster.
bastions in ranked. but they can spawn right outside of him and mess up. Because I don't think, did Beef Salad have those zombie
I
pigs?
didn't see them. I did not see them
That could be
on
huge.
Usalad's screen. No,
That's a
that
difference of 3 or 4 pigs.
I mean, that could be absolutely huge, and it's just a situation where, I mean, I don't really know what the play around is there. It's just one of those things like the Anchor Boy skeleton where, like, sure, maybe there's, like, something you can, like, kind of do that's, like, maybe makes your life a little bit easier, but just such a tough situation. I mean, thankfully, it looks like Jay is still going to get a ton of pigs here, but it is something where Beefsalad is definitely in the lead, and I think the terrain management throughout has just been so good from Beefsalad that it is starting to pick up seconds throughout everywhere.
Yeah.
Interesting here.
Sorry, I was lost for words there.
No, you're
Just
totally good.
watching
I
the
mean, we
men
haven't
enter
seen the
inventory.
fortress. And we also talked about, like, you know, this Bastion's far, like, it could not be that fast. I mean, this could very easily still be a sub-4 fortress for both runners here. I mean, we entered the Bastion sub-2. This thing is, I believe it has to be negative Z. Jay knows this. So it's going to be portal, like, building out here potentially to Pearl Hang and leave. Beef
Yeah.
Salad doing a little bit of a
I
different
like the
Pearl
pearl
Hang.
hang there. I don't know if there was like terrain blocking out the back of the bastion.
Mhm.
Both
Yeah.
pre-crafting your iron axe and an iron shovel. Like to see that. Still got a gold pick from the rune portal that Jay hasn't even used.
No, Jay actually, that's a great call that Jay just hasn't used that at all. I mean, maybe saving it for something like Zero, but I mean, even if that's the case, like Beef still has over 50% durability on it and is still waiting here. Hasn't
Wait,
thrown a Pearl out yet, and Beef Salad
Jay's
is
going a different
out, but
direction. Did he
yeah, I
pirate
think
wrong?
I'm not sure. It did look like it was something where like it could be diagonal from when Jay was doing the Pyre. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
It's
maybe that's
this
something that Beef Salad's
way.
dealing with. Yeah, and now we're gonna see like, okay, where is
Hmm.
it for Beef Salad? He has to
Yeah, I
raise
think
his
it's
render
far
a
diagonal.
lot. And I believe that's it on Jay's screen. It
And
is, and
Jay's
Jay's in the
in it.
fortress first.
I thought Beef Salad was in it. Wow. Interesting getting to fort split right there.
Oh my goodness. And all of a sudden, what looked like a potentially 15 to 20-second lead for Beef Salad has just been completely wasted. We're
Yeah,
just
he's just
lost in the middle
still
of
in
this
the back
ravine.
rooms. And this is so bad being in a crimson. You got trees everywhere, awkward terrain, not super open. It's going to be even harder for Beef Salad to find the fortress. He's
Yeah,
just
I
fully
mean,
in a cave right now,
this
while
is
Jay is
fully
just
in a
mining
cave.
out the spawner.
That is really
He's digging.
unfortunate.
He's actually digging right now. He must be on top of it. A spawner within 2 render distance at a Y level of 76.
Yeah, I think we have to go down here.
I
Finally, it
just
makes the
don't
decision. I
know.
mean,
And it
we're in
finds
the
it. It worked.
amazing play from Beef Salad, and having the goal pick is definitely unbreaking because of how long it lasted there. So phenomenal play from Beef Salad to get back in this game. But is it going to be a situation where it's too little, too late? We've seen the terrain decisions from Beef Salad have been mostly great, honestly, throughout this whole game. Does he have one more in him to potentially make up the time lost? It's going to be tough here. The double blaze bed will add back some time, but it's going to be very, very difficult here. We're going to need something to go Beef Salad's way. If Jay's just so in the driver's seat here, we already have 3 rods, could be building a first portal and leaving after this cycle of blazes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over until it's over there. I mean, we saw Ral spend a good 2 minutes in a stronghold, not being able to find the portal.
And I mean, here's 2 strays for Beef Salad. I believe could activate a second spawner here. So this is the type of plays that Beef Salad needs to get back in it. But here we go. I mean, Jay has 7 rods, has 13 eyes, is going to be able to just leave once coming back through this portal.
Yeah, super interesting play from Beef Salad. I like this, going between the 2 spawners. He kind of has a little bit more information on where the terrain is. You know, potentially he could even go like through the tunnel that he came in through. I'm not sure what the angle is for the stronghold, but Jay has all of his eyes.
Jay's out. It is a far
pre-crafted,
stronghold.
Still has 2 steak and full health. Beef Salad is only on 1. Much worse food situation. And Beef Salad hasn't even built his portal yet.
Yeah, Beef Salad still no portal. Does have 7 rods too, so is going to be building portal now, but still has to pre-craft, so has to get all that done still. Jay finds terrain out, and this is great. Also, something to note here is Jay still, I believe, just has not used the gold pick at all. It is still sitting in his inventory. Has not used it at all. Thankfully, just has not needed to use it. I mean, at this point, especially knowing that it's unbreaking, it's definitely a misplay to not have it in your top slot. But thankfully, the terrain just hasn't mattered for him, and he's going to be able to build the portal as Beef Salad is measuring. So this could be the end of a really exciting set if the stronghold is linear. We'll have to see as soon as Jay goes through here.
Yeah, and it's a fast seed. This is going to be sub 10. Big spike
Oh,
there.
but there's Mineshaft.
Can be a little scary. You can't rely on big ol' orange, just going for a big orange spike when you're in a mine shaft. You gotta know your
No.
spikes. He's looking around, looks unsure.
I mean,
This
Parker,
could be
this is
bad.
an
This could be the
ugly
difference that Beef Salad
stronghold.
needs.
All of a
He's
sudden, the
still
Strip Raiders,
scanning.
one more potential throw in the seed for us. This is ugly. I mean, I like. Did you listen to the Silver interview earlier, where Silver's
I
just like, I
did.
like to just run around. Like, I think Beef Salad, or I think Jay, excuse me, has to just cover more terrain here. I think we're just moving a little bit too slow, focusing on this
Oh,
spike
but he
where,
sees it. He
and
sees
there it
it.
is.
Hunger resetting. Has plenty of beds. Has pearls to pearl clip. Still has that gold pick. You
Yeah,
could be
now we
hitting
have it
a lot
pulled
of
out.
zeros. Buried.
Oh,
O
57.
level 57, but it doesn't really matter with the gold pick. It is back dragon, so he's. Oh no, never mind. It's
No,
front.
it's front
Low
small.
tower.
I
Pushing
mean,
probably just
I
90, maybe 95. Probably okay. He's
we're
going for
going
95.
95.
He has the time. Had the
Plenty
gold
of
pick, so
time.
he knows. And he's there half a rotation early. First bed, it's good. Dragon doesn't fly.
And it does stay. Oh my god,
Oh,
but
but
very
awkward double
late
bed.
second bed. I mean, we
And
have
it shouldn't
so many
matter.
explosives that it should just be fine. Oh, it is like a little bit crazy, but thankfully, because of
We have
having
an
so
ugly
many
0
explosives
when it gets
from
done.
the Bastion, Jay is going to end up picking up the series win against Beef Salad in their first playoffs match. 3-1, Jay. Very interesting back and forth set. I do not think the 3-1 score tells the whole story of this match. It was incredibly back and forth and a very, very strong performance. I mean, finish out with a sub 9. Incredible
Yeah.
matchup from both these runners in this set. And Jay will take it 3-1.
Yeah, well said. We got a little camera shake from Jay at the end. I think he's going to be
Yeah.
pumped to that. Moving on, especially in his first playoffs performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a really, really interesting thing. Oh my god. I don't know if we have the potential to pull this up, but I mean, there's a screenshot of that Redline put in the Discord of Beef Salad just being incredibly unfortunate situation, trying to find the stronghold or trying to find the fortress. When Beef Salad was in the ravine, he was maybe
Ooh.
5 blocks away from the fortress at multiple points, and it was just buried in the wall, unfortunately. So, unfortunate way to go out for Beef Salad, but head held high, got a game off, played incredibly well throughout, made some really interesting terrain decisions, made some really strong high-level gameplay for us to watch. And it is unfortunate, but unfortunately, the way it goes is only one player can move on, and we'll be seeing Jay next weekend once we get the bracket probably at the end of the scene. But wow, what a performance! I mean, you have to be feeling good. I mean, first playoffs, you win your matchup against a ranked seasoned veteran. Pretty nice way to go.
Yeah, I agree. And tomorrow we're going to be getting even more matches. The matches are only going to be getting better. I think just in general, like I was saying before, like players have never been better. You know, there's
Yeah,
so many people with an average of sub 10 now, you know, that used to be, wow, that's like only 2 people in the world have that. Now there's half a dozen people with a sub 10 average.
absolutely. And I think like that, this just goes to show. I mean, not only sub 10. I mean, almost every match today was sub 9. Like these guys
Yeah,
are
in
just
playoffs, yeah.
just out of control in playoffs today. So we had 3 unbelievable matches today. Just to do a quick recap, we had the 3-0 Ankle Boy over Oxy. We had a 3-1 Silver over Ral, I believe, and now we had a 3-1 Jay over Beef Salad to finish off the day. And don't go anywhere because tomorrow we'll be back for so much more. We have all the other matches in the round of 16, and there are some real heaters. I mean, we have, of course, everyone's favorite Feinberg hacks, the Aura pick. Will it end up paying off? We have Loki, Infume, and Dugile playing, arguably the 3 best players in the world playing tomorrow. And Mungie Crimson. Mungie, one of the best players in the world, and Crimson, a sleeper through the LCQ Last Chance qualifiers. A very, very interesting set of games tomorrow. Any stand out to you that you're really excited about, Parker?
I'm excited to watch the Crimson one. I think
Yeah?
they have really good mechanics. I think I'm a big fan of people who make it through the qualifiers. You know, they're
Mhm.
just coming off of some really intense gameplay. Like one of 4 people to make it through this like massive conglomerate.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
always a
I
fan of
think
those
it's
matches.
I think it's so interesting. I think like there's always so many storylines coming from that too, because you get to see like, okay, like, well, Crimson's going through this and has all this experience playing against these other runners. It's great. Like it's just always awesome to see that. Fulham has said that he would like to do an analysis. I can
Mm.
probably do an analysis if people want. I mean, I would like to see a Fulham analysis. I would like to see a Fulham now. I'm always in a Fulham analysis mode. So we'll give him some time to download everything if he wants to do a Fulham analysis. I think that's
Okay,
beautiful.
so
But
we'll give him a second.
I yeah, we'll give him a second to do a Fulham analysis. I think it's really nice. But I mean, we saw some great matches today. I think it was a really awesome performance, a great way to get started out in the playoff atmosphere. It's always good to be back. It's always good to see these players competing at a really high level, and it's only going to keep, like we're saying, get better and better. I mean, personally, I'm really excited, of course, for the Hacks Feinberg matchup, but I think the one that's really exciting to me is Dugile Priffin. For people who don't remember, I mean, Priffin won, I believe, season 3 playoffs and just has done a lot of other stuff after that. Has done a lot of RSG, just took a break from ranked, and seeing Priffin back auto qualling. Very excited to see what they do against someone of Dugile's caliber in the round of 16. I mean, that just goes to show how high level all of these matches are. It'll be really exciting.
Yeah, we're starting to build up these different characters who are reappearing season after season. Who's won the most recent season? How many seasons have you won? We have a lot of winners out there. Like Dugal and Priffin, the matchup tomorrow, they've both won a playoffs. It's entirely. Infume, this is gonna be his first playoffs, and he
Mhm.
ended the last season rank 1. I'm really excited to see that. I think he really changed the game with the way people see how they play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Infume has done an incredible job of that. Also has done a lot, just like content wise, like trying to push himself out there,
True.
which I think is great. I think all runners should take advantage of that and do that. And I think it's awesome to see. And we're gonna be lucky. So the schedule for tomorrow, we could talk about that a little bit while they are getting a setup. Never mind. Oh, Fulham said R and then sent not R. So Fulham's not R yet.
Okay.
Oh, no, no,
We'll
but
keep
now we're
going.
R. Now we're
Oh,
R,
now
R,
we're
R,
R.
R.
We're R?
So we're
Okay,
a
okay,
pirate.
okay.
Okay. So Fulham's actually ready. So we'll kick it over to Fulham and then we'll wrap it up on our end because Feinberg, I guess, has stuff to do later, like whatever. I'm repping the Blue Bats. I played on the Blue Bats. I'm very excited to watch that later. But for now, let's go throw it over to Fulham. He can do some content analysis, beautiful stuff. I'm very excited to see what we missed between the match between Beefsalad and Jay.
All right, amazing. Apologies for that little bit of back and forth there. This one isn't really mid-match analysis. I don't really know what to call this segment anymore. We can't call it mid-match analysis. It's not at the middle of the match. It's at the end of the match. It's done. It's done. This is a wrap-up section here. I just wanted to point out something specifically in that final seed. Obviously, it took me a little bit of time to download and try and find the right clips. I just wanted to talk about the Pyre. I think that's the most important part of this seed and something that really separated Jay and Beefsalad's gameplay. Obviously, we saw Beefsalad, unfortunately, was struggling quite a bit to find that fortress. I also wanted to bring up exactly in the replay files, we can see exactly how close Beefsalad was to entering the fortress during the time that Jay had just entered the fortress, just got the first rod, and we can see exactly where Beefsalad is, just above this fortress. So was able to eventually get the right direction. It was genuinely really, really close to being able to get into the fortress, but obviously this cave was where he decided to go. Unfortunately, not able to see anything exposed. I think it was all underneath that section. Really, really unfortunate there. Finally, I wanted to bring up exactly how the Pyre was done for both of these players. Now, it was done across different chunks, and they've decided to travel in slightly different directions. So, we can see Beefsalad gets the correct number of chunks away, and then decides to use this chunk border set here to find where the spawner is. And notice that the blue popped up right at that final second, just here, as he crosses this chunk border. So we know that the spawner is going to be in this direction. It is in negative, we're going towards negative Z, right? So we know we're going this way. Beefsalad decides to hang the pearl in this direction. Beefsalad hangs the pearl to our right here. Hangs the pearl outside the bastion, going off to the right-hand side of this terrain. It makes sense. He's on the right-hand side of the bastion. It's closer. It makes a lot of sense for him to go back outside here and pearl hang towards this terrain. But this is the difference between these two runners here, because Jay, when trying to measure and find how many chunks away the fortress was, decided to insta-pearl over to this bit of terrain over here. I'm not really sure why Jay decided to do this, but it turned out that it paid off quite a lot, because as we can see, once he realizes that it is, again, 14 chunks away, he finds the location, and again, we know that it's negative Z. But remember that Beefsalad pearled out to the right-hand side of this bastion. Jay, on the other hand, is on the left-hand side. So we've already traveled in a slightly different direction. Even though we both know that the spawner is in the negative Z direction, it's actually the secondary axis travel that Beefsalad and Jay had a big difference between. Obviously, Jay only needing to throw one pearl beyond this point to be able to find the bad part of the fortress, and then was able to get into the good part pretty easily after this. You know, we can see it, I think, just after this pearl. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, you could just see it at the end of that clip. It was slightly cut off too early. I can only apologize. I had to download things very quickly. Let me see if I can grab the very last few frames of this. Nope, I can't. Okay, apologies. There we go. You can just about see the bastion just behind the lava just up here. Either way, it was a tiny difference that really made all the difference in this seed, I think. Wanted to really hone in on the fact that I think, honestly, the difference between going left and right to take your measurements actually could have saved Jay in this seed, allowing him the victory over Beefsalad. Could have been 2-0. We could have seen a game 5, but Jay was able to take it 3-1. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. Let me send you guys back to say goodbye for the day. Make sure you're back tomorrow. Don't miss it.
Thank you very much, Fulham. I appreciate it. Very nice analysis, as always. I have to find my second tab where I was listening and mute it. There we go. That's beautiful. I was trying to do that without having to bring it up, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here for today. But before we do wrap it up, there's a couple things I want to go over with Parker. Number one, we already kind of mentioned it, but just the matchups for tomorrow. So bright and early, 11 a.m. EST, same starting time as we started today. We have a banger. Do you want to watch who was the #1 player over the course of last season of MCSR Ranked? Well, guess what? You can. Infume versus Retropog, May 4th, tomorrow, 11 a.m. EST, same start time as today. Going to be an awesome matchup. The match after that is the Dugile Priffy game, which is going to be super awesome. Very excited. Going to be a phenomenal matchup between two people who have proven themselves and previous playoff winners. After that, we have a match at 2 p.m. EST, which is going to be Low-Key and Aquacord. I'm very excited about that because of the underdog story for Aquacord. We already mentioned that the one that Parker's looking forward to a bunch. Mungie versus Crimson. That's going to be a phenomenal matchup. And then, of course, finalizing the day with Feinberg and Hacking Noises. Again, two people, I guess you've probably heard of them before. They're like, whatever. So really excited to see all of those matches tomorrow. And then, of course, next weekend we'll have top 8, et cetera, for the rest of the tournament. A couple other things. Huge shout out to the editors who made the intermission videos today that you saw. The Dugile Stronghold video and the Hacks Fortress video. The Dugile one was made by Sonia, and the Hacks one was made by Andronicus. Shout out editors. We love editors. Very awesome. Very cool. Also, huge shout out to Budgie and Cressa, who both did multiple different design additions to this season of Ranked. Budgie did a lot of the stuff to the new pre-match graphics, like the new player split screen thing. Amazing work from them. And then Cressa does a bunch of amazing models that you saw in the Silver interview. And we'll also be doing a bunch more stuff later on down the line this season. Super excited for all of that. I'm kind of waffling here. A couple other things. If you want to support MCSR Ranked, you want to support everything that we do. We don't have a sponsor. We don't do anything. Would love to see you guys support MCSR Ranked through the website. There is a store. You can get a little diamond pickaxe next to your name. It's so beautiful. It's awesome. You can get other pickaxes as well. Please support Ranked. Please support the developers. They do unbelievable stuff. And if you own a Fortune 500 company and want to give us $7 million, please email mcsrranked@gmail.com. Please give us money. We would love to promote your brand as long as it doesn't actively harm people. I think that's really cool. So please support us. Please support MCSR Ranked. Parker, do you have any other closing thoughts on a beautiful day of matches?
No, well said. I'm glad that we have a long list of people to thank. I think this community is so cool, tight knit, awesome. We have so many talented people in here. Everything that Curry said, again, that's awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We will wrap it up here because Oliver has to end the stream on Feinberg's side. And then don't go anywhere, though, because again, Feinberg's playing in MCC, which is Cinema. He's playing on the Blue Bats. Fulham and I were on the Blue Bats in MCC TwitchCon Rotterdam last year. Shout out the Blue Bats. Go watch Feinberg today. Go watch whatever content Parker's making soon. Go watch whatever the heck I'm doing. Go support people in MCSR. I think supporting people in MCSR is so freaking awesome. Appreciate y'all. We'll wrap it up here. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye. Thanks
Bye
for watching.
bye. Bye bye.